What is up, internet? Welcome to another episode of me and another video. Today I will be talking about new move pool additions for Pokemon that are returning to the Crown Tundra. And I'm just going to preface by saying that these Pokemon were from a data mine, so if you don't want any potential spoilers, then I think you should click off this video. Yeah, let's get started. So let's start off. This is the data mine of what Pokemon are returning. So we got the Nidos, we got the Zubat line, we got Jinx, Electabuzz, Magmar. They're their own group, I guess. We got all the fossils. We got legendary birds. Pretty much all the legendaries, actually. Yeah, all the legendaries are coming back, and the mythicals. We got Dragonite. We got the Hoenn starters. So Sceptile, Blaziken, Swampert. We got Aggron, Altaria, more fossils, Absol, Walrein, Relicanth, Salamence, Metagross, and yeah, we got Spiritomb, Garchomp, obviously the evolved forms of Magmar and Electabuzz, Lake Guardian Trio, more legendaries, Victini, Audino, more fossils, Cryogonal, fossils, Carbink, and legendary, mythical, legendary, and all the Ultra Beasts are coming back. So that's gonna be a little scary. And the first thing I want to talk about actually is restricted Pokemon. So in Pokemon, the way it works is that in VGC you're not allowed to use legendary Pokemon. Then they implement a new rule set where you are allowed to use legendary Pokemon, but you're not allowed to use restricted Pokemon. And I want to say that these Pokemon are all restricted Pokemon. So the box art legendaries are the restricted Pokemon. Mewtwo for Gen 1, Lugia-Ho Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, as you can see, Gen 6, right? For Gen 7, obviously Lunala, Necrozma, and Solgaleo are on that list. And for Gen 8, Zashi and Zamazenta and Eternatus are on that list of restricted Pokemon. This is from 2016. So, yeah. So all those Pokemon are restricted. So you're only going to be able to use 2 of them on your team when that rule set comes. But for now, they're not here yet. So we don't have to worry about them so much. So I'm on a Smogon thread. And they did a data mine of the Crown Tundra, and they found out which Pokemon are getting what new moves. So they put them in a list, and in bold, this is for singles obviously, but in bold they think these are going to be very impactful on the metagame. So first up we got Blaziken. Blaziken is a fast special attacker and physical attacker. It gets U-turn. Close combat is a good upgrade. Previously I think it had to run high jump kick. Heat Crash is okay. Aura Sphere is nice. Coaching is nice because it's pretty fast. Scorching Sands is also nice because 30% chance to burn. Next we got Dialga. Dialga is very bulky. It's a Steel Dragon type. It can set up Trick Room. Heavy Slam is really nice because you don't have to necessarily invest in attack stats to get damage off. So there's that. Breaking Swipe hits both opponents in VGC and lowers both of their attack stats. Obviously, unless they're Fairy type, because then they're immune to the Dragon type attack. Body Slam, okay. Scale Shot. Scale Shot's not really used in doubles at all, because it lowers your defense but ups your speed, and it can hit from 2 to 5 times. So, yeah. Body Press. Dialga has a pretty nice, I think it's 120 base defense. So there's that. Genesect, not legal, so I'm not going to talk about it. Giratina. Giratina is pretty bulky. It's a little bit faster in its origin, in its incarnate form. No, in its regular form. What's it called? Its regular form. Yeah, as you can see. Oh wait, no, it's the same. Huh. I thought it was faster. Well, altered form and origin form have the same base speed, but the origin form is actually more of an attacker, and the special defense and defense swap with the attack and special attack. That's all that happens, and it has 150 base HP, so it's pretty bulky. Breaking Swipe could be used, but there are better restricted Pokemon to use. So yeah, Poltergeist is nice. It's a very good Ghost type move. Really had to run Shadow Force. I think it's the signature move. What's it called? Shadow Force. 120, yeah, so that's better than Poltergeist anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Next up, we got Groudon. Groudon gets high horsepower, Heat Crash, and Heavy Slam. It has Iron Head already. Heat Crash is just another, whatchamacallit, fire type move, but it has Fire Punch, so there's that. We don't know exactly if the Red Orb and Blue Orb are returning, but Groudon and Kyogre are still probably, if not the best, restricted Pokemon to use. Also, to note, Heavy Slam and Heat Crash do not work on Dynamax Pokemon. So if they Dynamax their Pokemon, I think the line is, your Pokemon shakes its head or something like that. They're like, nope, I can't jump. Because Heat Crash and Heavy Slam, what they do is they jump up and then they smash down on the Dynamax Pokemon. But they can't do that on the Pokemon. But they can't do that when they're Dynamax because they're so huge. Scorching Sands is nice because you could run Special Groudon if you want. I don't know. Ho is really cool actually this generation because of the special hidden ability patch, which can change from your regular ability to hidden ability, which they announced. So it is confirmed. That's not a spoiler. But it gets the ability Regenerator, so you can go in and out. But probably you wouldn't use it over one of these other restricted Pokemon. So it gets Helping Hand, Mystical Fire. Mystical Fire is pretty nice for lowering special attack, but it gets Sacred Fire, which has a 50% chance to burn, and it's a physical attacking fire type move, so there's that. Flare Blitz, yeah, you'd rather use Sacred Fire. Dual Wing Bee is nice, but I think it gets Brave Bird anyway. Scorching Sands, yeah. Kyogre gets Heavy Slam, and I think that's actually very, very good because it does run Iron Head, but Heavy Slam is based on weight, and if you wanted to run Iron Head, you'd have to put in some physical attack. So with Heavy Slam, you don't have to put in physical attack, even though it does attack on the physical side. It's based on weight, and Kyogre is pretty dang heavy, so there's that. Next up, we got Landorus, and Landorus, as you know, is the king of VGC, and he's a threat because the Therian form has Intimidate, and it's pretty fast, base 91, I think. It has a great, here, I got it right here. It's got a great attack stat, 145, that's monstrous. Speed 91, special attack 105, defenses 90 and 80 and 89. So okay, defenses, obviously it's a legendary Pokemon, but it has a 600 base stat total, so that's a lot. Scorching Sands, and it's also not a restricted Pokemon, so that is to note. You gotta note that. Scorching Sands is very good if you want to run a special Landorus, because, I don't know, why not? Now we got Lugia. Obviously they're better restricted Pokemon, because Lugia has All My Friends Are Dead syndrome. It's very bulky, but it doesn't have much damage output. But you could run Dynamax Lugia with Weakness Policy, and then Hurricane, Air Slash, run something with Ice Shard, and then Ice Shard into it. Helping Hand is nice, Imprison is nice. Now we got Naganadel. Naganadel, I think, has a lot of potential, especially with Dynamax, because it's not super bulky, but it's fast, and it has a great special attack stat. Also, there are not a lot of poison types, and with Poison type G-Max move, you can actually up your special attack. But the reason why these are bolded is because in singles, Toxic Spikes and Spikes are really good. Breaking Swipe, Hex, Cross Poison Assurance, Swift, Giga Impact, and Durapin Missile. Yeah, so doesn't get any moves that are noteworthy, but Naganadel is probably going to be very good in Dynamax. Palkia, another bulky Water Dragon type. Breaking Swipe, Body Slam, Heavy Slam, Body Press, Dual Wing Beat, Scale Shot. Okay moves, but you probably want to use a different restricted Pokemon. Pheromosa gets Close Combat. Previously it had to run High Jump Kick, so that's a big bonus. Also gets Coaching and Skitter Smack. You could run like a Focus Sash with Coaching. It has a 151 base speed, and like 130 attack. I don't remember exactly the stats, but that's really good that it gets Close Combat and not High Jump Kick, because High Jump Kick is such high risk, high reward. It's 130 base physical fighting move with 98% accuracy, but if your opponent protects, you lose 50% of your HP, so that sucks. Now Rayquaza got some pretty good buffs. Hydro Pump, previously it had to run like Water Pulse and Surf, so Hydro Pump is a single target attacking move that doesn't hit your opponent, so that doesn't hit your partner Pokemon. Breaking Swipe is also really good to lower your opponent's attack stats. Rayquaza is pretty fast, so that's good. Cosmic Power to raise your defenses, that's okay. Meteor Beam, You could run a special Rayquaza and then Dynamax it for Meteor Beam, or you could do even like Power Herb Meteor Beam. That would be very interesting. Up your special attack and use 130 base rock move. I don't remember. I'll put it on screen probably. Yeah, now we got the god of life itself, Xerneas. Now Xerneas, everybody knows Xerneas Power Herb Geomancy ups your speed, special defense, and special attack by 2 stages, meaning doubling them, okay, in 1 turn. So that's crazy. You could do like a follow me, or you could find a good spot and bam, you're doubly bulky on the special side, and you're super fast and you hit hard. Draining Kiss is a huge buff to Xerneas because you could get hit, use Draining, use Geomancy, okay? Tank a hit, use Geomancy, then Draining Kiss and get all your health back. That's freaking insane, okay? And with Dynamax, it's gonna be crazy. Play rough, I don't know why you run a physical Xerneas, but Misty Explosion could be insane. Geomancy, and then when you're at low health, just Misty Explosion, like, that's crazy. I don't know. You could Dynamax and then at low health do Misty Explosion. It also becomes a attacking move in Dynamax, so it could be optional. I don't know. Yveltal, another special attacking mon. You could run physical, but special attack is better. Gets Body Slam payback Swift. Lash Out is pretty interesting, making physical more viable, but nothing of note. Zygarde. Now Zygarde is very bulky, but it has some offensive presence. It's got all the forms. Zygarde 10% is pretty fast and hits hard. And then Zygarde, let's see. I'm gonna pull up Zygarde right now. Zygarde Cerebi. I don't remember the stats off the top of my head, but it has the 3 forms, and the HP doesn't change, I think, but the attack and defenses do. Alright, we got this is the regular form, 10% form, and then complete form. Okay, so regular form has 100 more defensive and higher attack. Good special defense. It's very bulky, I guess, and pretty good speed. Obviously, the 10% is faster and has less base stats because it it has less cells, I guess. And then the complete form you only get when you have the special ability called Power Construct, and you only get it when you're below 50% HP, and you gain 108. You double your HP stat, and same attack, 10 more special attack, same defenses, and minus 10 speed. So you just become super bulky on the HP side, which is pretty crazy, but you'd probably rather use a different restricted Pokemon. Now, Celesteela is got major buffs. Number 1, Grassy Glide. Okay, this Pokemon is very offensively present, and let's just look at its stats. For a sec, but it has a lot of attack, and it's very bulky, but at the cost of speed, okay? So, let's just look at its stats for a sec. Alright, we got 97 HP, very good. 103 defense, 101 special defense, very good. So, 101 attack, 101 special attack. You can run either or, and it's base 61 speed, okay? So that's number 1. You usually run a bulky one, and then you could run it in Trick Room. But Grassy Glide is crazy. Steel Roller, also insane, because when the Tapus come, there's going to be terrain everywhere. So Steel Roller to just wipe it away and do massive damage, that's great. Body Slam, Self-Destruct, okay, fine. I don't know if it gets Explosion. I could probably check that later. But Mega Horn, Cosmic Power to raise both your defenses, that's honestly insane. But this thing in Dynamax could be insane. Max Fly, Max Steel Spike. I don't know. It's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now, the next Pokemon we got is the bulky Trick Room setter. Okay, better than Porygon 2, better than Dusclops. I'm straight up saying it right now. Okay, because Cresselia, 120 HP, 120 defense, 130 special defense, 75 attack, 70 attack, 85 base speed. Okay, 85 is actually pretty fast, but because it's a legendary Pokemon, it's faster. So you probably want to run a 0 speed minus speed nature if you want to run a Trick Room. Now, Cosmic Power to raise both your defenses, Power Swap to change attack stats with opposing Pokemon, and then Expanding Force, that's also nuts. But Stored Power is the main one that I'm afraid of, because you could get bulk bolstered up by your opponent's Dynamax moves. You could run moves that boost your stats, right? And then you could use stored power with Cresselia, and it gets 20 base power for every stat boost you have. So it's gonna be pretty crazy. Diancie, not legal. Whoa. Kartana. Okay, I am very scared of Kartana. It has Ferrothorn's type, grass steel, and it's very fast and it hits hard. Now, obviously 4 times weak to fire and weak to fighting, but it gets Grassy Glide, and that's honestly gonna be insane. Just to hit first. You could Dynamax it, get the Grassy Terrain set up, and then Grassy Glide all you want. Solar Blade could be used to get a higher base Dynamax move. Honestly, you could run it on Sun teams. I don't know why, why you would want to do that, because it's 4 times weak to fire, but yeah. Endure could honestly be interesting. You could run some weird sets with that, just to like keep yourself on the field. You could run Endure, but I don't know. Screech is very interesting because since it's so fast, it could Screech and then you could get a KO with not such a powerful Pokemon. You could use it as like a support Kartana, but I don't know. Nihilego is next. Nihilego is a fast, special attacking rock poison type. I think it's the only rock poison type. Yeah, but in Dynamax, I think it's pretty crazy. It gets Meteor Beam, so that rock special move in Dynamax can be base 140. Previously used Power Gem, which is pretty good, but Meteor Beam is better in Dynamax. Rock Slide, Rock Tomb, Cross Poison, Hex, Body Slam, Endure. Yeah, gives it some physical moves, but you really want to be using special Nihilego. Omastar, fast, special attacking, Swift Swimmer. It gets some more physical moves, and Meteor Beam is really nice because I think it had to run Ancient Power as its Rock type move, so having a better base power special Rock type move is really good. Alright, Stakataka. Stakataka got huge buffs. Okay, previously it did not have a Fire type move, and now it gets Heat Crash, so that's number 1. And it did not have a Ground type move, and now it gets High Horsepower. And it gets Heavy Slam, so you don't have to invest into attack, okay? And because these 2 moves, as I said before, are based on weight, okay? It gets Steel Roller, so you could invest in attack if you want. Meteor Beam, if you want to run a special one. I don't think so. Let me see. Stats, yeah, 53 bases special attack. It's probably not going to be using it. But number 1 thing, it gets Body Press. And if you don't know about Stakataka, its base defense is 211, which is honestly insane. I think it's one of the highest in the game of a regular Pokemon, or if not the highest in the game. I think like Mega Aggron are like 250, and Shuckle. Yeah, so that's going to be very scary. It's also one of the best Trigger Mons simply because of its great defensive typing. It's also got 13 base speed. I traded for a shiny 0 speed Stakataka, so I have one ready. It's obviously got the Beast Boost ability, and it's 4 times weak to ground and 4 times weak to fighting, and weak to water, immunity to poison, and yeah, so it's only weak to ground, fighting, and water. But 4 times weak to fighting and ground, which are kind of common types, but I guess not. So if you eliminate those and you have it in the back, then it's proven its value in VGC. So yeah. Tapu Bulu got a bunch of good buffs. Play Rough finally gets a good physical attacking Fairy type move. Close Combat obviously had to run Super Power before. High Horsepower, it did not have a Ground type move before, and High Horsepower, if you didn't know, doesn't get its power reduced by grassy terrain like Earthquake and Bulldoze do. It also gets Grassy Glide, which is really nice because Tapu Bulu is not the fastest Tapu. Bullet Seed is nice if you want to run what is it? Accuracy over power? Yeah. Power Swap, Guard Swap, I don't know. Rest, Mega Punch, Stored Power, Darkest Lariat, pretty good move. Terrain Pulse, you could run special, but Misty Explosion could also be good. Alright, Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini gets Misty Explosion, and it sets a Misty Terrain, so that could be very dangerous. Flip Turn is in bold because in singles you want to pivot out and whatnot. So Flip Turn is the water type, 60 base power U-turn equivalent. Terrain Pulse, I think is going to be really, really interesting with Tapu Fini because it's a boosted special attacking move. Draining Kiss is also good because Tapu Fini is pretty bulky and getting that HP back is nice. Stored Power, you could also get boosts with your Dynamax and then use Stored Power. Play Rough, I don't know, whatever. Dive, you could use it as a stally, but dive is a physical attacking move, so there's that. Next we got Tapu Koko. Now Tapu Koko is very, very dangerous. And what is this? This is Tapu. So let's go to Tapu Koko. I think it's right here actually. Yeah, so this is Tapu Koko's stats. Tapu Koko is known for its speed, 130 base speed, same as Jolteon. The only thing that are faster are like Ninjask, Accelgor, and Barraskewda, and Dragapult, right? And then the Ultra Beasts, some of them, yeah. But it has good attack, good special attack, not just great defenses, but Electric Fairy typing, same as the Dene. It has Electric Surge. So, Rising Voltage allows you to run special Tapu Koko better, because in Gen 7 it had better physical attack, but it had better special moves. So people usually run special anyway. So Rising Voltage just makes you want to run it more. Terrain Pulse also very interesting, but it gets close combat and play rough for that physical attack stat. Eerie Impulse is also good because since it's so fast, it can lower your opponent's special attack stat and like take them out of commission basically without KOing them. So that's really, really nice, and I'm very scared of Tapu Koko in Dynamax, because you could just max lining over max lining over max lining. Even if they swap in their terrain setter and you max lining again, you reset your own terrain. So there's that. It's just gonna be crazy. Tapu Lele is got nice buffs. Obviously, Expanding Force is really good. Terrain Pulse is good. Future Sight is really cool to get. It's not really run in VGC because it takes 2 turns to activate, but in singles it's really good. Speed Swap could be very interesting. Charm, it's not super fast, but you could run it. Let's see. 95 base speed is not bad, but it's pretty bulky on the special side and a great special attack stat, 130. So yeah, there's that. Next we got Thundurus. Now Thundurus has Prankster, and I think, let me just check. I think it has Thundurus Cerebi. So I forgot Thundurus' other ability. Oh, it is Defiant. So it's Defiant. So Thundurus and Landorus and Tornadus get Defiant as their hidden ability, so that I think could be really, really good. Because previously it was very hard to get them, but now with the hidden ability patch, you can actually change it. So that would be very interesting to run Defiant instead of Prankster. It gets Weather Ball, Eerie Impulse is very fast, so yeah. Yeah, 111, 101. Body Slam, Endure, Electro Ball, Rising Voltage is obviously really, really nice, and Lash Out. Now we got Tornadus. Tornadus has Tailwind, and that's what it was mainly used for, Prankster, Tailwind, among other moves. Scary Face is actually really good. You could slow down a really fast Pokemon with Prankster, so that's very good. Weather Ball, if you want to run a weather team, Tornadus is a special attacker, I believe. Yeah, 125 base attack, special attack I mean, and 110 in the Therian form. 111 speed is not bad at all, but the Therian form is faster. The Therian form is good for singles actually, because it has the ability Regenerator, but you in doubles you probably want to run the Incarnate form, which has Prankster or Defiant. Now we got Absol. Absol's not very good. It's very, very frail. You could run a Focus Sash, it's not really worth it. Aerodactyl is okay. Rock Blast is pretty nice. Hurricane, Psychic Fangs, Dual Wing Beat, Meteor Beam, pretty nice moves. Aggron is good. Got Celesteel's typing. Rock Fighting. No, Rock Steel, sorry. Gets Body Press, Rock Blast. This is good for singles. Hydro Pump, interesting. Crunch High, Horsepower, Swift, it's okay. Altaria. What's interesting is that these three Pokemon actually have Mega Evolution, so maybe that's why they added them in. I don't know. I just watched Wolfie's video on that. It's a theory, but he might be onto something. Altaria gets False Swipe. That's good for playthroughs. Breaking Swipe, Dual Wing Beat. I don't know why you'd use Altaria over something like Salamence. Archaeops has a horrible ability. You never want to use it, but in singles it's good. Armando, a non-water type Swift Swimmer, so that's good. Meteor Beam, good move. Articuno, bad typing, lacks defensive bulk. Triple Axle is pretty nice, but I'm pretty sure it's a special attacker, so anyway. Weather Ball, okay. Air Slash, nice. Brave Bird, Audino is very bulky, and it just runs like Trick Room, Rest in singles, like, that's what I'm talking about. Toxic, like that's what it runs in singles, and yeah, okay, gets some good normal type moves. Auroras is another health setter. Weather Ball is pretty nice. It's a special attacker also. Meteor Beam is very, very nice for Auroras because usually you just run Ancient Power. And Azelf, I don't know if these are good. I've never used Azelf. Blacephalon, Ghost Fire typing, like Chandelure. Fast, special attacker. Could be good in Dynamax, honestly, to make it more bulky, because it's kind of frail. Expanding Force is really nice, but you can't use that in Dynamax. Scorching Sands is nice. I don't think it had ground coverage before. Maybe Earth Power, I'm not sure. And then it gets Mystical Fire is really nice, actually. Encore, Solar Beam. Yeah. Buzzwole finally gets close combat. I don't know why I didn't have it before. I think you had to run Superpower, which is so dumb. Darkest Lair, High Horsepower. Bug Fighting, like Heracross, so 4 times weak to Flying. Not very good. But pretty good Pokemon in general. Carbink, just because Diancie's here, so Carbink is here. I don't know. Charm, Sandtube, Guard Swab, Body Press. Body Press is pretty good actually for Carbink. Meteor Beam, Misty Explosion. Misty Explosion. That'd be very funny to run a Carbink with like Focus Sash and then Misty Explosion. That'd be hilarious. Caracosta, Swift Swim, Shell Smash user. Meteor Beam could be very good. Muddy Water, Razor Shell, yeah. Cradilly has Storm Drain. It's a Rock Grass type. So that's pretty good. It's a special attacker, but it also has All My Friends Are Dead syndrome. So yeah. Crobat is very, very fast. Has Tailwind, or might have Tailwind. I don't know. Tailwind is like an event move, I think, or a tutor move. So we don't know if it's gonna get Tailwind again this generation. But now it has Crunch, Hex, Hurricane could be very, very good. Dual Wing Beat also good. Cryogonal is like a bulky ice type. I don't know. Triple Axles. It's not very good in doubles. Okay, now we got something interesting. Dragonite.
Oh.
Now, Dragonite. Dragonite has the ability Inner Focus, which makes it so you can't flinch. And in Generation 8, it makes it so you can't be intimidated. So, Dragonite has a very nice attack stat, and it's pretty bulky, honestly. So, it getting Breaking Swipe is honestly, I think it's huge, because you can run a bulky Dragonite and then just spam Breaking Swipe and lower your opponent's attack stats unless they have a Fairy type. Like, that's honestly crazy. Dual Wing Beat is nice. You can run it instead of like Fly. Body Press is okay. Air Slash if you want to run special. Hydro Pump is nice. I think it only has like Water Pulse. I don't remember. But yeah, Hydro Pump is a nice, good special attacking water move. Electivire, not that good. Weather Ball, Darkest Lair, Rising Voltage. Okay, fine. Entei has Sacred Fire, 50% chance to burn. Gets Flare Blitz. Sacred Fire is better anyway. Scorching Sands, so you can run special Entei if you want, 30% chance to burn. But Sacred Fire is 50, so better. Now, Garchomp. Garchomp is very scary in Dynamax. It's technically like Excadrill in that it can raise both of its defenses, but not actually, because it has Max Dragon, which lowers attack, and Max Ground, which raises special defense. So it can technically raise both of its defensive stats, but not actually. So Breaking Swipe is also a really nice move. Scorching Sands if you want to run special Garchomp, but I think physical is better. Guzzlord, super bulky, 4 times weak to Fairy, not very good. Has like a 209 HP stat. I don't know, I'll put it on screen. Mega Kick, Body Slam, Amnesia. Amnesia is actually pretty good to raise your special defense by 3 stages. Heat Crash, High Horsepower, Body Press, probably very good. Lash Out, Steel Roller. Alright, it's okay. Heatran. Heatran is actually really good in doubles. It's a defensive fire type. Kind of like Arcanine, but better because it has the steel typing. It's 4 times weak to ground, weak to fighting, weak to water. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, these are its stats. 130 base special attack, really nice. 77 speed, which is very mid-tier speed. And yeah, has the Flash Fire ability. And with the hidden ability, which will be available because of the hidden ability patch, you could run Flame Body, but probably Flash Fire is better so that you're immune to fire type attacks altogether. Though you might want to run Flame Body just because you're going to be encountering physical attackers and you might want to burn them. Burning Jealousy is really nice. Even though it's not that fast, you could run like Choice Scarf, Heatran, or Tailwind, and then Burning Jealousy. Scorching Sands, 30% chance to burn. Body Press is really nice because, let's just go back. We have that nice 6 defense stat. It's not super high, but still. Heat Crash, Heavy Slam. As I said, you don't have to invest in attack. You can invest in special attack and still run these moves. Steel Roller for those terrain. Now Jinx is not a great Pokemon, but has some gimmicky strategies, so gets expanding force, pretty good. Kabutops, Swift Swim user. Anyway, I had this friend in school, and last year, and every time he would take a sip, I'm just going to use this as an example, he would go. So it became an ongoing joke where I would just go, and he would laugh. It's pretty funny, honestly. But yeah, now we got Latios and Latias. Latias is the female, and she is bulkier, and he is more, he has better attack stats. They get a bunch of different moves. They're pretty good in singles. They were very good in doubles before Incineroar, because Incineroar being a dark type and having Intimidate. So yeah, I don't know. Also Landorus T uses U-turn a lot, so they're weak to Bug, obviously. So there's that. Mystical Fire is really nice. Air Slash, Breaking Swipe is pretty good. Baton Pass, Future Sight, Dragon Dance, Aura Sphere, Dual Wing, V-Scale Shot. Alright, pretty good moves. Magmortar, okay, pretty slow. Mystical Fire is pretty good. Burning Jealousy, Scorching Sands is pretty good. They gave all the fire, a lot of fire types. I think majority of fire types got Scorching Sands. Mesprit, I don't know what Mesprit does. I don't know what the Lake Trio does, but whatever. Metagross. Metagross is a very, very good Pokemon. Steel Psychic. Very good defense stat. 150, I believe. Yeah. 130. That I was looking at the Mega. 130. Okay. 135 attack. 95 special attack. 90 special defense. You can run Assault Vest. You can run Weakness Policy. 70 base speed, so mid speed. Obviously 600 base total because it is a pseudo legendary. Cosmic Power, honestly, could be used in singles a lot, but for doubles, could be used. I don't know. Brutal Swing, I could see that used in some weakness policy strategies. Expanding Force is really good, even though Metagross is not that much of a special attacker. Steel Roller is really, really good. With all the terrain running around, you could Steel Roller like back and forth, back and forth. They'll switch in their terrain setter, Steel Roller. Switch in their other terrain setter, Steel Roller. That's what I feel like it's going to be with double terrain. Because a lot of teams ran like Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, or Tapu Koko, Tapu Bulu, Tapu Koko, Tapu Fini. A lot of Tapu Koko. That's why I'm so scared. And in Dynamax, setting up the psychic terrain, and raising your defense with max Steel Spike, that's gonna be nuts. Moltres, horrible typing. Charizard's typing. 4 times weak to Rock. Mystical Fire is nice. Flare Blitz, hasn't seen a lot of usage in doubles, so yeah. Burning Jealousy is nice. Scorching Sands is nice. Brave Bird is nice if you want to run a physical, but not really. Mystical Fire is really nice for singles if you want to lower their special attack. If you guys didn't notice already, the reason why I talk so fast is 1, because I'm ADHD, and 2, because I listen to pretty much all my videos in 2 times speed. So this is how I feel like everyone talks. But in reality, people talk like this and actually think about what they're saying majority of the time. So it ends up coming out like this. And that's what I feel like when people are talking in YouTube videos at 1 time speed. Yeah. Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Poison ground typing, pretty good. Nidoqueen is slightly bulkier. Nidoking is slightly more offensive. Scorching Sands is a very good move. Rock Blast, high horsepower is very nice. Body Press, they don't have that high of defenses, but it's a good coverage move, I guess. Sand Tomb is cool because Nidoqueen would run like a bulky set with Toxic and stuff, so that's good for singles. Just hit my mic. Whoops. Raikou. Raikou is very fast. I don't remember how. And all of the legendary dogs actually got buffs because they can now access their hidden ability, which is Inner Focus. And as I said before, you're immune to Intimidate, and you can't be flinched. So Raikou has 115 base speed, 100 special defense, 75 defense, 90 HP. That's not bad. 115 special attack, which is pretty good. It's not amazing. And 115 base speed is not amazing, but mono electric type, it's pretty good. So it gets rising voltage, which is nice. Electric terrain, I don't know why you would run a move unless you're running like a Prankstermon with terrain move. Air Impulse, Scald Aura Sphere was previously event only, so that's very nice. Weather Ball. So previously Raikou would rely on Hidden Power Ice. So with Weather Ball, if you change the weather to like Hail, then Weather Ball becomes Ice type. So I guess that is the worst replacement for Hidden Power. Thank God Hidden Power is removed, because then I'd have to like catch the right Hidden Power mod, and it would be so annoying. It makes my life so much easier, just gotta say. Regice, pretty bulky, but it's Ice type, so it's not that good. Icicle Spear, Heavy Slam, eh. Regigigas. Okay, Regigigas is going to be one of the scariest Pokemon ever, okay? Because, look at its base stats. 110, okay, first of all, very, very bulky. Same HP as defense and special defense, and that's very, very bulky. 160 attack, 100 base speed. The only thing is, as everyone knows, Regigigas has the worst ability in the game, apart maybe from slacking. Attack and speed is halved during the first 5 turns since sent out. Okay, now, Regigigas, because of that, Regigigas did not have Protect previously, and now it does. First of all, that's huge. Second of all, you can run Max Guard with it, okay? So just imagine that. Third of all, it gets Body Press, High Horsepower, Darkest Lariat, Heat Crash, Body Slam. Body Slam is probably the best normal type move. It's also normal type, only weak to fighting type, and as you know, the fighting type max move sucks. Terrain Pulse, I don't know why you would run a special Regigigas, but it's for it's a normal type, so Terrain Pulse is a normal type move in regular form. Rest is also very good for singles, obviously, because you could just spam Rest for 5 turns and then get it up. But the reason why I think this is very scary for doubles is with Galarian Wheezing. And if you don't know about Galarian Wheezing is it has its signature ability, which is Neutralizing Gas, okay? Neutralizing Gas cancels out all abilities. So that means Slow Start doesn't exist anymore, okay? Neutralizing Gas. If the Pokemon with Neutralizing Gas is in battle, the effects of all Pokemon's abilities will be nullified or will not be triggered. Okay, so what that means is that Slow Start does not exist, and you have a 100 base speed, 160 attack, 110 defenses based Pokemon out on the field turn 1. Okay, that's very, very, very scary. And since it's a normal type, it gets crazy coverage, normal type syndrome as I call it. Yeah, it's Fire Eye, gets the punches. Dark, yeah. And it just got much better moves. Darkest Lair, High Horsepower, Body Press. Those are great moves. Regirock, Rock type, not so good. Kind of bulky. Rock Blast, Flash Cannon, Body Press, pretty good because it has defense stat. Yeah, Meteor Beam. Registeel, probably the best out of them because Steel is the best typing. Body Press, Meteor Beam, Steel Roller, could be nice, but meh. Relicanth. Relicanth is here because it's part of the Regis and you might have to use it. It was part of the Regi trials with the Braille, and you'd have to use it with Wailord, right? And so that's why it's here with the Regis. Because there's also the new Regis, Regi Aleki and Regi Draco. Yeah. Liquidation, Body Press, Meteor Beam, Scale Shot. I think it also has Swift Sim. I don't remember. Salamence. Salamence is very scary in Dynamax, I think, because Max Dragon and Max Airstream. Air Slash, Hurricane. Hurricane could be used for a special Salamence if you want to run it, so that you're like immune to Intimidate, I guess, if you're running a special, obviously. Special, yeah, special Salamence. But, yeah, 100 base speed, 110 special attack, 135 attack. So, usually people run physical, but Hurricane would be very nice, and Air Slash very nice if you want to run special Salamence, so that would be very good. Sceptile gets a lot of good physical typing grass moves because it's mainly a special attacker. Dragon Dance, also good for singles. Spiritomb, only weak to Fairy, right. Has the same typing as Sableye. Hex, Phantom Force, Poltergeist, Lash Out. That's actually pretty nice. It's bulky, but it has All My Friends Are Dead syndrome. Suicune. Suicune is the best out of the dogs because it got Tailwind, Raikou, Entei, 100 base speed, and Suicune. Suicune has 85 base speed, but 100 HP, 100 defense, and so very bulky. Mono Water, so it's a bulky water type, and it will get Inner Focus. So Inner Focus won't really help it much, but it's better than Pressure, so you might as well use it. You don't want to get flinched from like Iron Head or Fake Out, obviously. 90 special attack, so it's a support mon. mostly helping hand, icy wind, a water move like muddy water or hydro pump, and then tailwind. Well, we don't know if it'll get tailwind because I think it was a tutor move. Yeah, air slash is pretty nice, honestly. But yeah, helping hand. Yeah, helping hand is going to be very good because it makes it so much better of a support mod. Swampert, water, ground, 4 times weak to grass, bulk up, darkest layered, high horsepower, liquidation, body press, swift, sand too. So some good physical attacking moves right there. Rock, dragon type. I love dinosaurs, but it's not very good. You're not going to see it in doubles. Close combat, brings 5 high horsepower. Yuxi, I don't know what it does. Whatever. Victini, Volcanion, not legal. Wall Rain, bulky water, pretty good. Icicle Spear, Swords Dance, Hydro Pump, Heavy Slam, Liquidation, Body Press. Body Press is pretty nice. Steel Roller is actually interesting. I don't know why they gave it to Wall Rain. Zergatry. Zergatry, 173 base special attack, okay? It's not super fast. Let me just look up. Zergatry. Okay, 173 base special attack, okay? With rising voltage. Imagine the carnage, okay? 173, 83 base speed, which is actually not bad. With Tailwind or Follow Me support, this thing could just be spamming rising voltage. Even if terrain is not up, like that's honestly crazy. Also, it gets tail glow, where is it? Which raises your special attack by 3 stages, okay? Yeah, tail glow, okay? That's ridiculous. And the only other Pokemon that gets that is Manaphy. Okay, so 173 base special attack. Tail Glow, which raises your special attack by 3 stages, okay? It's not super bulky, it's mono electric type, I get it, fine. But in Dynamax, that's gonna be scary, honestly. Electro Ball, wouldn't use it because rising voltage is better. Endure, okay. Zapdos, the last Pokemon on this list is Zapdos, and Zapdos is very, very good Pokemon. Very, very good Pokemon. What makes it better, actually, is that you can access its hidden ability, which is Static. 30% chance of being induced with Paralyzed when using attack that as physical contact. So that's going to be way, way better than Pressure, obviously. And it also runs Tailwind. Weather Ball for that coverage. As I said, Weather Ball is the worst hidden power. So you can run like Hidden Power Fire if you're on Sun Team, or Hidden Power Ice if you're on a Hail Team. You don't have to run a Hail Team. You could just have a faster Pokemon with a Ice move. Use the Ice move and then Hidden Power or Weather Ball, whatever the thing. Eerie Impulse is pretty fast after Tailwind. Also, 100 base speed, not bad at all. Eerie Impulse, yep. Air Slash, Brave Bird. I don't know why did it not get Air Slash. It's a great special attacker, 125. It's not super bulky, 90, 85, 90. You could run physical, but special is just better. Rising voltage is obviously a great move, but yeah, my throat is very dry and I need water. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, share with a friend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.